All right, we're just going to kick off this morning with a quick video with Artie. Artie was the German Shepherd, kind of looks like almost an Anatolian Shepherd mix. She's super scared, super nervous about everything, but right now she's actually standing pretty calmly with me on the leash. Notice tail is tucked still. She's not looking at me, but we're making a lot of headway already. At least I'm not standing here fighting her on the leash. But what we've been working on is kind of just the same thing, getting her comfortable moving with me, overcoming some small obstacles. Even getting up there on that platform was like, she thought she was gonna die. So we're gonna just kind of show you where she's at now, and I'll kind of walk through the small details of her behavior and her body language while we're doing it. So first off, while we're doing this, and if she starts to pull, I am going to resist, but as soon as she gives me any slack at all, she gets all the slack in the leash. So like right now, you'll notice this leash is tight, she's pulling away. So what I want to do is I want to come to the side and guide her over this way. You don't want to pull straight back, because that's kind of how the dog's geometry is set up. You pull straight back, their opposition reflex is going to be to want to go forward. So if you go to the side, it's easier to get control of them. So again, we'll come over here to the side, get her moving. Now look at this, boom, good girl. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Up. Good. Artie, come here. Good. Yeah, good girl. Now she's already starting to learn to stop when she gets on the platform, because every time she's done it, she's now allowing me to at least pet her. Good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Good. Good. Oh, good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. Notice she still is not giving me eye contact. Oh, come here. Good. And every time she does something, she gets off of it as fast as she can and starts to pull away from me. So what you don't want to do is give into that kind of thing. You got to be able to have a sturdy foundation about you and let them know that they're not going to pull you around. Because it does not help a scared, frightened dog to give in to those ridiculous fears. Like right now, she's pulling really tight on that leash. There's not a relaxed bone in her body, even though it looks like she's relaxed on there. If I give her any slack, she's going to pop right off. Oh, I guess not. She made me have to be a liar. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Now what I'm doing now is just kind of trying to get her relaxed, pull her tail up. And she's shedding like crazy just because she's so nervous. Good girl. Good girl. Well, that's new. Kind of weird, but okay. And you'll see every time we go by the door, she's going to try to pull toward the door, but now when we stop, she's actually pushing against my leg a little bit, which is good. She's not totally trying to avoid me, but watch when we go by the door here. Good. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Wow, look at you showing off. So she's gone from being absolutely terrified of any of this equipment in here to now every time we go by it, she wants to get up on it. And again, look at the body language. Their tail tucked. Never looking at me, always pulling away from me. Very heavy panting. That's the kind of things you look at when you know that they're really stressed out. But now, she's able to at least think about doing something else other than just freaking out and pulling. And that is because, good girl. Good. Good. That is because now she's starting to realize, good. That when she gets up on those platforms, I'm petting her and she's getting a little bit of a reward for it, and she is building confidence doing it. And just like a person, you feel better about yourself when you start succeeding at things that you didn't think you could normally do. You start overcoming fears. Good. 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 Good girl. Good girl. She's actually letting me pet her already. This is only one day. So I don't want, when she starts to pull off of the platforms, I resist for a couple seconds because I still want her to know that she can't just do what she wants when she wants, but I also don't want to make her feel trapped. Good. Good girl. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Good. And also the other thing is I'm pretty much being able to just to walk her with 2 fingers on the leash. She's pulling toward the food right now. Good. Good. Artie. Come here. I'd really like to start getting some eye contact from her. Artie. Artie. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I might not get eye contact today, maybe later today, but already this is huge. That she's doing any of this stuff like willingly. She wants to do it. So that's the first step in letting Artie start to enjoy some things and not just worry about everything else around her. Good girl. Good girl. So again, she's pulling. So right there, standing next to me, so she's going to get all the slack in the leash. And I just want to pet her up. Good girl. Good girl. So with dogs like this, you have to be calm and cool when you're with them. Like a football coach, if you're down by 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter and the coach starts freaking out and panicking and acting unstable, the team's gonna act the same as the coach. So no matter how much she freaks out, I gotta remain calm and cool. Good. So if you get frustrated and quit, it does no good. If they can tell that you're getting upset and the tensions are rising, you're just going to go backwards. Look at that. So already we're not pulling hard away from me. And when the owner dropped her off, she was freaking out. I mean, she couldn't pull hard enough. She pooped in the driveway, like nervous poop, diarrhea. She was a mental case for a little bit. But now she's got a little bit of bounce to her step. She's moving around. She's more concerned about the other 2 dogs over there that are wrestling. Good girl. Good girl. Artie, come here. Good. Artie, good girl. So I just want to kind of keep her close to me right now. Good. Make sure she doesn't have the tension in the leash. I want her to be comfortable and calm. Good. Because right now, the most important thing is that she can start to trust me. And then that she starts seeing that I'm not going to pander to her freaking out or her aggression that she gets. When I try to get her out of the kennel, she's growling, she's showing teeth, and I just stand there. And I don't back up until she finally gives in and allows me to put the leash over her head. If you back up to a dog, now I'm not saying everybody just go approach every dog, of course not. I've been doing this a while, but if you approach a dog and you see they're backing up while they're acting aggressive, it's a good indicator that they're doing that because they've done it in the past 100 times and it's always made the threat back away. So if I don't back away, I don't act like I'm scared, I'm just like, act like she's not doing anything different. Eventually they give in. You just gotta, it's a waiting game, you gotta wait it out. But you can tell by the body language when they finally start to kind of relax and get used to you standing next to them. And then like a lot of times with the newer dogs, I'll get like a broomstick or something and use it to make the leash rigid with a loop on the end, kind of like a dog catcher's pole, so I can just slip it over their neck. Because at first I'm not going to go in there and try to put my hands around their neck when they don't know me and they're already scared of me. These 2 morons. That's what she's watching. So that will be what I'm going to be doing with her a lot today, just getting her comfortable. And so far, Artie has already, I'd say, we started down here. Right now, she's about right here. So I'm pretty happy with this. Just the fact that I can stand here with a loose leash and not have her, well, there she goes, but not have her freaking out and scratching the concrete trying to get away from me. So, I have rambled enough, and we will see you on the next video. We got another one coming in today too, so stay tuned. Toodles.